So the best managers in sport or business, the focus isn't really on them being a manager. If you're going to be really effective, you need to be a people person and to understand people. If you understand people, you can get the best out of them. And there is no one size fits all. The way that I would talk to person A is not the way that I talk to person B. And if you can spend a little bit of time and understand those differences, you know how to motivate someone, and you know the most effective feedback. For some people, it's putting your arm around their shoulder, metaphorically, and saying, look, I think you're fantastic. I think you've got really good potential. I really believe in you. And that really works. For someone else, it's just a case of saying, look, don't do that, do this. And they don't care about that personal touch. So that the idea of just doing it one way isn't really going to help if you're going to be effective. So it's something that in sport we talk about man management or person management. And it's that idea of how do you build rapport with a person, understand where they're coming from, show that you care about them, which then means they'll value and listen to the things that you say more effectively. And you find that the best coaches, the best managers in sport are brilliant at that. You speak to their athletes, their players, the people that they work with, and they'll say they're just fantastic with people. They make you feel fantastic. They give you confidence. They believe in you. Well, why wouldn't we apply those same messages that do those same things in business? Why wouldn't you do that? Because you think if someone believes in you, say, I really trust you, I think you're fantastic, I think you do great work, you're going to work a lot harder for them than someone is just telling you, look, do your job, this is what's expected, that's not good enough. Sometimes the solution is not that difficult. You just need to take a step back and look at yourself and think, would I like someone to talk to me or provide the feedback that I'm providing to someone else? But don't always think that your view is the only view of the world. Just because you do something in a certain way, that doesn't mean that it works for everyone. And psychologists talk a lot about empathy and emotional intelligence, and empathy is part of emotional intelligence. And the idea that if you can see the world through someone else's eyes, so you can see where they're coming from, you can see what's important, you can connect really well with them. You can really get them to pull in the direction that you want them to be able to pull in. And in sport, across all sports, there's just great examples of those people who are fantastic at that, who are great at getting everyone on board. They make people feel like they can walk through walls, that they can beat the best, they can take on other people. I always remember talking to the then captain of Yorkshire Cricket Club, this was a few years ago, and talking about how he was with the players, and saying that sometimes, not that he lies, but sometimes he's not quite truthful, and particularly saying it's difficult in games where he thinks they're going to lose, but he needs the team to still believe that they can win. So he was realistic in terms of the situation, but he didn't want to share that with the rest of the team. He wanted them to still believe that things are possible, because things are still possible. 9 times out of 10 you might lose from that position, but 1 time out of 10 you might be successful. But if you already think that you've lost, then you're not going to be. So sometimes leaders and managers have to think about the people that they're leading and managing. I know my own experience, I've always thought of myself as, when I've been in management positions, I manage for the organisation, so there's a bit of top-down stuff, but I'm a manager or leader for the people that I manage. So I'm also looking up for them. My job is to represent them to the best ability that I can, recognising that your position is both of those things. And if you do that second part, they will be behind you 100% and trust you and believe you when you tell them that this is what we've got to do, or this is the way that we need to do it. The final example that I'll give on that is I'm originally from Birmingham in the UK, in the middle of England, and our big football team is Aston Villa. And Aston Villa just signed Philippe Coutinho from FC Barcelona in Spain. He's a Brazilian player, 4th most expensive player in the world, went to Barcelona, hasn't played very well. He's had to go out on loan, just hasn't fitted in. He's come to Aston Villa mainly because the manager, Steven Gerrard, he used to play with at Liverpool. He knows him. All of a sudden the player's happy. He's playing fantastically well. So getting talented people in a place that they're happy and feel comfortable helps to improve performance, whether that's in a sports team or in a business. So focusing on people is really important, and empowering them again and making them feel confident and building them up is crucial if you want them to be successful.